What's up, guys? Nate from Famous Racing Customs here, once again with yet another update. And this is more for their scale car models or anybody who's going to go out and get this particular kit. Um, and it may not actually go for your I really don't know how to put it. It may not be with your kit. I mean, I know every kit is kind of different, a little here, a little there. I do understand that, but just in case, here's a little tidbit, whichever you would prefer to call it. Um, with the hood, using the display hinges for the hood, you're going to have to actually notch the hood even further back just so it can barely clear the carbs. The other thing is the high-rise manifold is much too large for the scoop. So if you're going to try to display the hood down, you're going to have to adjust accordingly. Um, I hadn't predicted that, and I didn't mock everything in. That was one of the problems I knew that there was going to be a chance of with um, not mocking everything together correctly because of my fear of the high rise with the dual carburetors and the carburetors falling off. Um, that and the carburetors are super hard to get in there. Um, in the little, they're designed holes where they're not even. They're larger on one end and smaller in a triangular shape, and they just don't fit well. So for the plate that goes on top of the high-rise intake and underneath the carburetors, you may want to think about dechroming and seeing if they fit better. Again, like I said before, the chrome on this is super thick, so that was just something, and I had already had it put together. My bad on my part for kind of rushing into it. But it happens, and it did happen this time. And I knew that there was going to be a chance of things not fitting correctly, and but it's a display piece. For me, I'm not going to display it with the hood down. So with the hood being up, it's fine. Um, I just notched the hood in the back correctly. And far enough to where um, it'll the hood will clear and sit on the hinges correctly. So, other than that, I got the windows in, and it comes with full windows, front windows too, which is nice. I kind of like that feature, having the windows up, because I mean, honestly, if you're really gonna drag this thing, you'd have to have windows on it. And there you go. You can see my reflection of my hand right there. So seats are very just minimal. I just put tan lines in right there. See if I can get. Let's see, I painted them all up or whatever. I left the back seat out of it. You can see my steering wheel might be a little bit off. That's the other thing with this. If you guys are planning on building this and using that steering wheel, you're going to have to heat it and straighten it out. It's bent so badly, and I didn't. I just bent it the best I could and just said screw it, because I was tired of messing with it. So, but there it is, all done up, nice and pretty. Not much left to do on this. As you can see, the front bumper's on. The what is? Oh, I didn't put my shock mounts on. Damn it. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. I'll just deal without it having shock mounts. It looks fine. It's got some detail in there. Oh, I forgot to paint my fan for my alternator too. Whatever. I got a blue alternator fan. Little things that I was just kind of just forgot. I tried to duplicate the look of the stock like tinted glass, you know, where the top is just tinted. But apparently the paint was still too thick. So, but it kind of matches to a point. Not really though. So really all that's left is the rear bumper and the tail lights to be put on. I was gonna put on the wheelie bars, but the problem with the wheelie bars is one sits further back than the other, so they're here's the best way I can describe it. Again, so if you're wanting to use the wheelie bars, there's going to be some slight adjustments. There needs to be a ton of mock work. But basically, it comes out like this, even though the rear end's in there perfectly straight. That's how it ends up being, instead of, you know, like that. And you can kind of see why right here. And that's the reason why. This arm is shorter than this arm, and so this one sits back further than this one, and they're not straight, and I didn't like that, and so I left them off. And not because I was in a hurry. I wasn't really. I've been going back and forth, and I really just, for the most part, I guess you can call it laziness. But I just didn't want to modify them to make them fit, so I didn't. Also, another thing, if you're going to use either one, either the velocity stacks or the filters, you're going to have to drill out those holes a little bit right there that fit on the carburetor. Again, being that this is so thickly chromed that they don't fit on the pegs on the carburetor. So yeah. So again, I'm going to upload this video, and I hope it helps whoever is planning on building this. It's definitely going to be a challenge for you guys. I wish I would have taken. I mean, honestly, I love the outcome of it. But there's a few things, a few issues I would have liked to have addressed, and wish I would have mocked it a lot better. But now I know for the next one that I do. The hood, obviously, the scoop, and the high-rise intake are the obvious ones that I'm mentioning now. One that I mentioned 2 or 3 videos ago when I had it mocked kind of together and was showing you guys is the rear tires, because they touch. And they don't just touch. I mean, you literally have to bend the body out, and the body stays away from the chassis, which is not one of my favorite things about this. But I mean, it looks awesome. I'm liking it. So, but like I said before, it's just a display piece. It's not going to be shown. I'm doing this all for me. I've decided that I might try to do one. I've been looking online and looking up stuff and see if there's a show somewhere close by, a model show that's going to be somewhere close by, either this year or next year. I don't know which. But you know, sooner or later, I want to do. I do want to go to a show. I do want to build one for show. I know that I have a few models that I could take, but to me, those are pieces for me. And there's still a possible chance that I may show them. As you guys know, I guess I can go over to my little corner here. Forgive my mess. Everything on my workstation, I need to clean it up. But this one I'm very fond of, my Toyota, which, if any of you guys have this Hilux, I didn't do anything top of the frame rise because wasn't planning on putting the hinge on the bed. But for me to adjust it however I want, you know, because I do take it and I do adjust the suspension a few different ways, but the hinge doesn't let it go down all the way, so it needs a little bit of work. But that's not something I'm really too ambitious about right now. But this one I am very proud of, because just a very classic paint job that I did on it. This one is the Joker, as I like to call it, because it reminds me of the color scheme. Kind of reminds me of the Michael Keaton Batman Joker colors. You know, very purple. You know, more purple than green, but just those colors together just kind of reminds me of that. And of course, everybody is. Again, like I said, my bench is a big mess because I got a few different things going on here. I have my Dr. Cranky Tribute build, Cranky Head. You can't see it too well. This one I do enjoy. I love to just sit back and look at it, and I still have a couple things. Well, one thing that I need to do, which is put on the door handles. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And then there's what seems to be the crowd favorite, because every time I show it in a video, it gets more comments than anything else, which is my 65 pickup. So that one I do like, and then my Dodge Dart with the door handle on top of it, because it fell off the body there, and then the 67 Chevelle, which I need to grab a couple more of those so I can do a few different things with it. And then the Pete. I love that truck. You know, I keep saying I want to do another one of those, and I haven't gotten around to doing one. So that's it. I guess there's nothing really more on updates. You know, I have the Duster. See the Duster body sitting there, and I am working on it a little bit. But the main problem is, I had mentioned it before about the wheel being loose on there. Well, it finally came off. I was messing with it too much, and it just snapped right off. So this is my fix for it. I drilled out the hole in the back just a little bit, stuck in just a paper clip, and then I drilled a hole in the axle itself right about there. You know, so I just need to clip it and glue it in place, and then I can start getting it finished. I really haven't worked on it. The engine's still sitting there. I pulled the Triumph one out for a second. This one has been sitting in a box for probably a month now, maybe two. I haven't touched it. I need to strip all that paint off of it. I was gonna do like a camouflage theme with it, but it never panned out. And then I have the 55, yeah, the 55 Cameo, which I went ahead and built the bed on it. So the bed, you know, I was doing it for mock-up reasons. I was going to do an update video on that, but, you know, show it with the cab and the bed on it. Which I have decided again that, and I've already kind of started getting some rust holes in there. Haven't quite decided on the paint job. There's some more rust holes. But I need to get my Dremel tool out and do the holes better than just straight holes. And then there's the chassis sitting right there, still all nice and dirty. The wheels are all nice and dirty. The tires just started to come off of it a little bit. Yep, there we go. There's a fix. So, and then my chopper back here. Let's just move that. My chopper, which I got my 8 hangers, and I'm not entirely sure about them. I think they're a little thick, but they're on there. So I'm gonna try to get that. That's the 1/12 chopper. And then deciding on what to do with this, which I've kind of already started on a little bit as I'm sitting around waiting, and as you can see, there's a little bit of sunlight coming through there. So I'm thinking I'm going to open up the trunk on this and the doors. This is probably the perfect model for it, since I really don't give a shit about it. So if it looks like crap, then it looks like crap. If not, then it's if it looks good, then I know that I can do it. So that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get this thing finished up, and then when I get it finished up, I'll shoot another video, get it loaded up on YouTube. So until then, this is Nate, Famous Racing Customs, signing off.